host. This is Soopafly here, and you're chilling on MVRemix.com. Check it out.
www.mvremix.com.
Alright, so let's see. What are the similarities between yourself and the icon that was Soopafly of the 70s?
One more time, a little louder.
The similarities of yourself and Soopafly of the 70s.
The similarity, playeristic vibes, the mode, you know what I mean, the mind frame, the way I go about situations, of handling my business, you know, if there's a problem or even if there isn't a problem, everyday routine, you know, I just got the same vibe he got, you know.
What's your musical background? Because I heard you play a variety of instruments.
Yeah, well, I would say a variety. I play the piano, you know, organ, little drums, and I fiddle around with the bass and sax.
Yeah.
But my forte is the piano, of course. Background is really my grandfather. He jazz musician, Genghis Khan. Real name Alfred Khan. Got it from him, really, you know. Also church when I was younger, you know, listening to music in church. Listening, you know, R&B, just listening to a lot of things. That influenced me a lot.
How did you and Snoop and the Dogg Pound clique hook up back in the day?
Dogg Pound was already formed after when I hooked up with him. They had formed the year before. That was '93. I hooked it up. It was really, you know, I heard about him in Long Beach. Us being from the same city. A friend of mine asked me to go to a studio one evening. Turns out they were there, you know. He spoke up on me playing the keyboards. I played for him. They liked it. You know, the rest was history. I started playing for Dr. Dre.
Which do you prefer, rapping or producing?
Producing.
Now, where do you stand in regards to Snoop?
I wouldn't say prefer. Excuse me.
You what?
I wouldn't say prefer. I'd say my forte is producing.
Okay.
Back when, you know, a cornerstone is producing. Rapping is a hobby.
Yeah. Where do you stand with regards to what Snoop's been saying towards Exhibit and Suge?
I stand right next to him. Fist balled up just like his. Whatever he say, I double, triple that emotion. I'm with him 100%. I hate Suge Knight, and Exhibit is a bitch.
So what exactly went on with regards to Like It or Not being shelved? Will that ever see the light of day?
Will it ever see the light of day?
Yeah, as in will it be properly released?
No, it'll probably never be. It'll probably be released if I were just to die or something. That's how he works. But other than that, I don't think that'll be released properly. You know, I just forgot about it. Whatever. It was my heart and soul back then. You know, I put a lot of energy into it, and I just feel if it wasn't released when it was supposed to be released, then it shouldn't at all. And I guess he's holding to that. So I don't see any proper releases, like it or not.
Yeah. Do you think that we'll ever see Death Row and people within the G-Funk era back on the same page?
Death Row and who?
Basically, people that do with the G-Funk era, yourself, Warren G, Snoop, etc. Do you think you'll ever get back to the same sort of wavelength, or do you think it's basically over beyond resorting back to what it was? Knowing his mind frame, being Suge Knight, I doubt it. I doubt that we ever get back together. And it's just, you know, something we got to deal with in life. It's not detrimental to us, and if we don't, you know, we're not even looking at that right now. We're just looking at living and doing our own thing. If it was to happen, then, you know, it happens, but I doubt it. What can you tell me about the Doghouse All-Stars compilation?
That was a compilation put together solely for the purpose of introducing Snoop's new acts. Myself, Latoya Williams, E. White, and Cocaine, and just giving everybody a flavor of what's to come on their solo projects.
And what about your own new single? What's going on with that?
One more time.
Your own single, the new one, what's the situation with that?
Not Like It Was?
Yeah.
I'll Tell It Like It Is?
Okay.
I'm asking, is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the new single off of the All-Star compilation, and that's the one we chose to go with. It's featuring myself, Snoop Dogg, E. White, and RBX, and
we got Easy LP. They do the track for us, and we was out there hanging with him. He did it out there, came back with a hit.
So, will there be much more in terms of your own sort of solo material arising, or are you gonna?
Myself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, I'm working on my artist Latoya Williams. She'll be coming out early next year, first or second quarter. During that time, I'm working on myself, and I'll be out shortly after her.
In your opinion, in your sort of perspective of the way things are with regards to the way you behave in life, is the glass half full or half empty?
All the static, I can't hear them words. One more time.
Is the glass half full or half empty?
For us?
Yep.
Half full. I feel we still got some growing to do as men and as artists, and we really need to get to a whole full glass before it becomes half empty. So yeah, I think we're still at half full right now.
Are there much more porn-related releases coming from the Doggystyle Records camp? And excusing the pun, do you have much of a hand in them?
Not too much of a hand in that. No pun intended, but that's something that Snoop Dogg did good business with, and I was with him 100%. So I was not actually there physically, but I still support him for whatever he does.
Yeah.
We are adults.
What can we look forward to from you that hasn't yet seen the light of day? For example, if you produce some tracks for certain people or you're guessing on certain material, what do we have to look forward to from Soopafly?
Me, of course, my solo album. That's going to bring a whole lot of light to the day. Even before that, I would say Latoya Williams. That's just a different page of my whole musical.
When's her album coming out?
Beg your pardon?
When's her album coming out?
Her album's coming out the beginning of next year. I'm working on hers right now. She'll be out first.
How complete is it?
This is like, I'll say, a fourth.
Okay.
Fourth full. We just starting to crack down on it, and it'll be out in a minute.
Any interesting tracks or guests going on there?
Missy Tweet. We got Puffy doing something on there. Neptune's doing something on there.
Sounds good.
Everything to make it a hit.
What do you think about the recently surfaced sort of allegations or supposedly conclusive things about Biggie being involved with the death of Tupac?
I just say wow. That's all I say about it. Wow.
Do you at all side with what was alleged, or do you think it was just more?
I don't side with that, man. I wasn't even there. So really, it ain't my business. I feel bad for both families and both parties, and it's tragic.
Yeah.
And it's sad, but I just have no comment about that. I wasn't there.
In terms of your wealth of material, what would you say you're most proud of being involved with, and what, if there is anything, would you like to redo or remix if you had the opportunity?
First question, the most proudest thing I was involved with was probably early days of Death Row. I was proud to be a part of that sound. If there's anything I can remake or do over, you mean from that era or just period?
Period.
Probably be Aretha Franklin, being that my artist sounds just like Aretha Franklin. I would like to make something. I don't know if you heard of the movie Sparkle.
Yeah, I have heard of that.
Like Sparkle. Yeah, I would like for her to do that again. The whole movie and the whole soundtrack. Bring that to life again. So that's a future goal of mine.
Now, with all the dissing and beef that's been going on in the mainstream, what is your thought on the current music that is available to the masses? The Jermaine Dupri's in comparison to Nas and all that. Do you think that artists like Jermaine are taking away from the mainstream, or do you think they're contributing?
I would say he's contributing to the mainstream. Hip-hop is based on beef and battles, Unfortunately, they go too far sometimes, but as far as the masses, they're always going to want to listen and buy and feed into something something that's going wrong, you know. And if somebody talking about dissing somebody, of course they're gonna want to hear it. That's just a fact, you know. So I don't think it's hurting anything, because what will go on is gonna go on, regardless, mainstream or not. You know what I mean? The real tragedy is what really does happen sometimes when this shit goes too far. You know what I mean? And that's mainstream or underground. So I mean, it's not gonna hurt hip hop. We still gonna keep doing it. You know, we just gotta keep a kind of reins on how far it goes. You know.
Definitely. Could you die today saying you lived?
Could I die today saying I've lived?
Yep.
Yes, I could.
Perfect. What are your thoughts on gun control now that lunatics like the Washington Sniper seem to be more abundant and more internationally known for what's going on?
Too late. Too late.
Yeah.
If somebody want to get a gun, they gonna get one. There is no gun control.
Yeah.
Gun control happens when they catch you with a gun. Unfortunately, that's too late half the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, this fact is too late for that, man. They should have cracked down on that years ago.
Are there any last comments or words you'd like to put to your fans or potential fans that are going to read this?
Stay true to yourself. If you got kids, always know that the future is within the kids. That's really all I got to say. You know, support our music. Go get Not Like It Was. Excuse me, Tell It Like It Is. That's a new single off the All-Star compilation. And other than that, man, just keep representing yourself.